Good night. Good night. So soon I will go to sleep. I'm very tired. Of course, it was a very difficult day and the night before. I don't feel well physically. Mostly the legs. I mean, blisters. It doesn't look good. It. And I don't even have enough, bandages. I need to buy more. Maybe tomorrow I'll get some more money for my mother. Not much. My humiliation is unbelievable. Anyway, before I go to sleep, I want to just show you the updated Caribbean rooms because it was updated after some time without update. So the American flags were removed. Of course, they were not American flags; they were radiation. As I said many times, many of the flags are actually radiation instructions, and the Titano Marie, paintings were, updated. I was hesitant to update it because they are old paintings, and I want the old paintings to keep the way they are. But it was too difficult to me. I don't have even canvases, certainly not that big, but even smaller ones. So, I mean, I had to kind of update it, and I've done it, of course, very quickly because I'm so tired. But I hope, hopefully, it looks. At least from symbolically, it's okay. Um, Although I updated the German flags. You see, it now doesn't look like a German flag exactly. So very quickly, what do we have here? So first of all, the difference between the Starship, Neo Starship, when you see the roads that from the center to the perimeter, and those that you didn't, because if you remember before, in this one we didn't see like the roads. It was just like you see it under the microscope, just two circles, and in that one you have already seen in that one you actually have seen it. So the difference is that either that it spins or not. Just like bicycle wheel, that when it spins you don't see these metallic rods. And although in that painting, the fire did not touch the earth. Now it touches the earth in both, and even much more than before. The idea is that that when there is a cherub in earth, like walking, this is like the charub. Like it's not a snake. It was like a charub. It was updated a little bit, but it's one of the symbols of the cherub, just the charub, and also the trail that it's walking. So the starship are just flying away, because it looks like they are flying, because you don't see the roads, and also they are flying away. So I should remind you, this happened during the day, not during the night. So I do remind you, there is something that maybe related, but it's more general. That everything that all the symbols, the actions are, you need at least two paintings, and also one in the middle, like with some kind of action, like the hook or something like that. But you need to two, and if they are in regular orientation, it means that it's only effective when I'm not there, and the there is. So the question is, what does it mean there? So mostly it's in Earth. Let's leave the scope issues aside, but if it's not, if it's like the upside down, it means that it's only in effect if I'm there. And if it's like you see here, you can understand the deuces from the autographs that they are in opposite side. It means that it's in any way it's relevant. This is repeatedly added in many of the paintings. But now, I mean, whether you see a cherub or not, I mean, they are fine the earth. Again, this is the day side. When the night is the same, which means that you don't get protection from me. This was already, this was also, amplified by actions that I've done outside, with the umbrella, the black umbrella. I bought a black umbrella with some money that I had, completely black, and of course, completely black things, if they are not on black background, they signify not dead things, but things that are no longer there, like shadow. Because we don't want to kill the starships. We just want, to say that, they are not there. So, the umbrella is the same, which means that, there is no more umbrella. And now it doesn't matter if I walk outside. If I don't walk outside, it will be the same radiation. Should say that, most of the reason that people always want me to go outside is not because of protection of radiation, because they're insane. This was already discussed in this channel. Mostly because they just want to take the robots for me, like when I'm outside. This is insanity, but this is the way it is. Anyway, no more protection, because it's only used like for more torture. So you don't get any protection from me right now. It doesn't matter if I'm here, in the room, or outside the room, or walking here or there. Actually, wherever I walk in Israel, it's got some kind of, it's not, it actually has, consequences because of the golden earring, like the sound, which is, it's a difficult issue, but the different, sections of the Shabak, geographical, cells or territories of the Shabak, they almost never cooperate, and I understood it long ago. They almost never cooperate. So, usually if you pass, from the North District to the South, or to Tel Aviv, or Jerusalem, they cannot, even if you are you're always under, Shabak surveillance, they cannot, continue the golden earrings if you are not, besides your phone or any other smart device. If you, because of this problem. So it's got consequences, but let's not get into it. Maybe speak about it some other time. But it means something that, if you walk to the south or the north and Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, things like that. By the way, what was actually the purpose of the American flag? So, it signifies a day. A day or a night. Because it was in the day world, it signifies, a day. And the rose, it's just a way to kind of cut the day to, the day, not like day and night, just day, approximately 12 hours. So, and since you have certain rows, each row is approximately an hour. Of course, it depends on the seasons, but it's approximately an hour. And during, the first half of the day, you see that, the ships are on blue, which means that they are zombified or paralyzed. So you don't feel it during the early morning. All of this is not relevant anymore, but just for general, השכלה כללית, as they say, general education. But after that, you feel the radiation, the next stuff, you feel the radiation, and so there was the red strips that signifies radiation that attacks Homo sapienses. But there were also the white, and some of them, especially those that were in the lowest part, and this is true in both the flags that were hanged. You see the Neros, the red Neros symbol, which means that by the end of the day, the starships should radiate, the red Neros and to kill it. And during the early hours, you don't feel the effect. And it's not entirely true, because always, I mean, there is also the night side, and the night, I mean, is kind of, as I said, is in yang. The night, I mean, is the night affects the days, and the day affects the night. So it's always kind of like, I mean, a mixture between the two sides. If you have two sides, you can have only one side. Only like in two infinitesimally small like durations of time in the night and the day. I mean, just one side is in effect. So the white stripes with the red fingerprints will just, I mean, like, I mean, means just kill the neurons. But it was mostly just, I mean, the two lower ones. All of that is very nice, but I mean, I removed it because we don't need it. And so there was also the German flag, both in acrylic and in oil, which is important, like, to have both, because it means both, like, Titans and Homo sapiens and Cribs, like all everybody. And again, it means, like, generally, what it means is that, I mean, that I mean, it's from top to bottom. So I mean, it means that, I mean, you know, and it was during the night. Yes, it was in the night wall. So it means, like, I mean, like, the night is kind of like, I mean, separated to three quarters. Yeah, to three quarters, and like the first one, I mean, it affects, like, the Titans. The second affects Homo sapienses, and the third affects the cherubs. Now again, this is actually, it's not exactly accurate because it's mingled with the other side, with the American flag. Because both, I mean, it's yang, yin yang, I mean, or harmonic movement from physics. So I mean, both sides are in effect, but I mean, just like in physics, I mean, you know, think about it like, you know, like pendulum movement. But I mean, it's always like a mixture of that. But I mean, the night effect was that, I mean, the first hours were, I mean, you know, affected and it does not override, like, the day. But I mean, it's more like, I mean, it's kind of, I mean, it's more important. I mean, but the actual effect is something like you know, an average of them. But an average, I mean, that of course, you know, during the night gets more kind of like, you know, weight in this kind of like calculated average. But so, I mean, so it starts with kind of like the Titans, and then Homo sapienses. And during the, like, very early morning, this is like the worst time for me. And it got a lot of effects, but I mean, let's not discuss what was, I mean, because it's changed. So let's, I mean, discuss the new one that looks like, I mean, sunny side up, like Chavita or Bitain, as they say in Hebrew. So I rotated the flags because I wanted now that, I mean, during the entire night, I mean, the effect will be like of all. So you see, I mean, because it's not horizontal line, so it's not like, I mean, it's and I mean, no, it's from up to down, like, I mean, the clock. So radiation always affects all the three, and you see that for me, like, I mean, for the cherubs, which is mostly me and my daughters, and maybe, so I mean, it means, like, specifically kill the red neurons, because I don't need the red neurons in my body. They are, I mean, people put it on me, like, I mean, they like a poison. People put it in my food in order to ride me. I don't need this stuff, like, and I never ate it, like, knowingly or willingly. And for the Homo sapiens, it's like it's all the same, like, kill the red neurons, because they don't need it. They only use it, like, I mean, for bad purposes. I mean, some are addicted, so they will need to, I mean, do their best to, I mean, you know, to, I mean, I really, I mean, I am kind of like, I mean, I bless them with easy and like easy rehab, and, you know, I pray that they will shortly, you know, get back to work, and I mean, everything will be fine. And of course, you know, as usual, I mean, generally avoid food and drink water. This is almost always true to any kind of hangover. I mean, some people say it might be even like more difficult than like just an hangover, but I mean, do your best. By the way, they don't need the yellow ones because mostly they don't. For all sorts of reasons, mostly they don't have it in their body. But for the Titans, it's both the yellows and the blue. And the red. I mean, the yellows are the ones that they've taken from me, and the red are probably those that were created by themselves in their own body, but maybe they can also take it from other females. And this will go on throughout the night, and you see that they are opposite direction, which means that, I mean, doesn't matter if I'm here or not. It's like in effect globally and without any. That doesn't matter if there is cherub or not, and it doesn't matter if I'm here or not here. Like we're done with all sorts of like, bonuses. Now, I mean, this is always in effect. We still don't have like, I mean, the other side. I can work with it, I mean, for the morning, actually. I mean, I prepared one, but I'm not completely like fine with it. That's the one that I prepared. One, I mean, you don't necessarily need two, I mean, if you have two on the other side. But I mean, again, the more complete like the Kerubian room, I mean, is like, the more kind of you get like a more kind of like high definition result. But I mean, you don't need to have everything, like, I mean, for the windows to start working. Like, I mean, they try to interpret the symbols the way that they, according to whatever they have. But I mean, after some time, I know investigation, I understood, like, I mean, I've understood, like, the language in, like, and now I understand, I think, like, I mean, much more about what they know, like the perfect, I mean, perfect, not at its best, like, I mean, the complete, like, Kerubian room. But probably there are many things that I still don't know. Anyway, I've used this one. So this is the starship the way that I see it, like with my own eyes. By the way, I don't know if I ever told you, but this is how it looks like from my perspective. These are lights, and this is the big lights on 12 o'clock. Clock is a star, actually, star. Like, I mean, because they are aligned to cover a star in 12 o'clock. Of course, from my perspective, it cannot be true to everybody. And what you see under that is that they destroy the red Neros in Earth. I mean, because maybe there are also red Neros not just in the bodies of people, but I mean, all sorts of, like, I mean, boxes or canisters or laboratory equipment, which is completely stupid and you shouldn't do it. But I mean, maybe people do it. So the idea is that, I mean, like to use the other face, like, of the Kerubian room, to say, I mean, that I want the starship to destroy all the red Neros, like all the tea, even whatever is contained, like, I don't know, and perhaps in laboratory equipment, which you shouldn't do, but certainly many people actually have done it. The reason why I'm not happy with these paintings is because what I should actually do is just to keep the frame blue to signify the Earth, and to separate between the sky, which should be like dark, and the ground, which should be brown. Because right now it's kind of like, I mean, ambiguous. I mean, the blue, it's just all blue background. But this can wait for tomorrow. Again, I mean, you don't like need to have everything ready, like, in order for them to start working. Especially that they're now in the night, like, mostly they use the night phase. So, but this is the idea for the day phase, like for the morning phase. I mean, and it's perfectly normal, even recommended to give different instructions for the night and the day. And I've spoken about the light in the past. It has all sorts of reasons, but I mean, of course, it's related. Like, I mean, both sides, I mean, discuss the destruction of the Neros, but this is more like in the Earth, specifically in Earth. So, I mean, this is, I mean, the update, and now I'll just finish arranging the room and go to sleep because I'm so tired. I'm just so tired. I mean, why I'm cynical about it? I'm not cynical. I'm exhausted, and I feel that I don't understand, like, I mean, simple reality around me. Like, why people are so irresponsible. Like, I mean, why do they continue the conversation while they know very well that soon there will be no more humans? And I mean, I don't know what to tell you.